More than a dot, more than a dot.
Welcome to More Than a Dad podcast. I'm your host, Dre Moore. I got my guy, Lou Mobley, here with me.
What's good?
And today I got a real special guest here with me. Father, husband, vice president of CMI 215.
Hard worker. Except the driver.
My guy, Peezy, here with me. What's up, bro?
Chilling, man. You know, a little nervous. A lot of cameras, but we good. We gonna do it.
A lot of cameras.
A lot of cameras.
All right, before we get in this, we always shout out somewhere that's been tuning in a lot lately. So I want to shout out to Middletown, Delaware. They've been giving us a lot of support out there. You know, been getting a lot of views. So we appreciate your listens.
Is it views or listens?
Both. They all count the same for me, bro. Listen, it's all the same.
Shout out Middletown, Delaware. We appreciate you.
Shout out Middletown.
I mean, got them numbers coming in on a weekly basis. We appreciate it.
That's a fact.
Fast five.
No, yeah, we get into a fast five. Break the ice with you.
Say less.
If you could pick one soundtrack to be the soundtrack for your life, what would it be? What album would it be?
Man. Soundtrack of my life. That's hard. That's tough.
What's your favorite soundtrack then? Let's say that.
Favorite soundtrack? It gotta be some Drake. I know they're gonna kill me for that, but you know, Jay-Z, Drake, or Beanie Siegel. You know what I'm saying?
True.
Trying to think. My life. Yeah, that's tough.
All right, we going.
Yeah, come back. I'm gonna think about it. Come back.
What's your all-time favorite sneaker?
Gotta be time favorite sneaker. Let's go with the. I gotta go with the question. The AIs.
The AIs.
Yeah, AIs.
Right.
Yeah.
Who's your one entertainer that'll be on your bucket list to go see that you haven't seen live? It could be
One entertainer.
rapper, comedian.
I done seen everybody. Probably Jay-Z again.
Jay-Z again.
Yeah, just Jay-Z again.
True.
You know.
What's your favorite board game?
Favorite board game would be chess.
Chess.
Yeah, chess be my favorite board game.
Where you get the nickname Peezy from?
Oh man. I don't want to talk about that. You know. I don't want to talk about that. But yeah, it came from a nickname just growing up. Frank gave it to me. It was it was something. Yeah.
True.
Yeah,
All
true.
right.
It was a good thing though. It was a good name.
It's
Good
a
name
good
though.
thing.
My cousin, my friend K gave it to me though. Shout out K, man. Yeah.
True that.
We gonna have to get some answers out of you, man. I see that this is about to be.
I'm trying to keep it PG-13. PG-13, man. Yeah, I'm trying to keep it PG-13.
How we gonna start off? We gonna roll it out easy, like our traditional question. How's dad life?
Dad life is great. Interesting, challenging, restless. Got a newborn. You know, it's great overall. You know, just watching your kids grow. Basically, just keep you young. You know what I'm saying? Because it's basically like the same thing you did growing up. You trying to give them more than what you had. You know what I mean? So,
what would you say that you said it was challenging? What is your challenge right now?
challenging. Basically trying to be, trying to balance. You know, trying to deal with all of them. I got 4 kids. You know what I'm saying? So, basically just trying to meet each of their needs. You know, give them all their individual attention. Try to do stuff together and also separate. You know what I'm saying? So,
What are some of the things that you like to do separate with the kids?
So right now, like I got 2 daughters, but one is a newborn. So I take my daughter to the nursery. As far as my sons, my oldest son, I try to take him to like his little activities, take him outings, basketball games, football games, baseball games. His little activities I might put him in. As far as my youngest son, it's Chuck E. Cheese. That's his stomping grounds. We go to Chuck E. Cheese, he run around, he lit. You know what I'm saying? So
That's a fact. So you be doing all of that. Where you find time for yourself at?
Oh man, I don't. Probably at work, unfortunately. You know what I'm saying? That's probably the time I get to myself. Because when I get to the house, the kids is right there. So finding time for myself is probably at work. Or, you know, I might go to a live podcast or I went to the Broccoli Fest for the first time this year. So that was a dope outing. Weekend away from the family. Even though, like, you say you want to get away from your kids, but as soon as you get away, you start missing them. So you want to go back home. So it's just like, you know.
True that.
Oh, that's heavy.
Yeah, no, that's like, it's funny because like being at work is like that. Like we spend most of our time at work. You know what I'm saying? Like of course we both work for SEPTA, but like so you be on the bus 10, 12 hours a day. You know what I'm saying? But like it do kind of like it's stressful, but it do kind of give you that. I ain't never really think about it like that, but it do give you that time to like be to yourself.
Right, right. Even then they FaceTime me. Right. My daughter, Dad, what you doing? You on the bus? You making a what she say? Man. What is it? You making the donuts?
Right.
Like, you know what I mean? So she only 3, but
what does making the donuts mean?
Like just the money. You know what I'm saying? So I say, Daddy gotta go make the donuts. You know what I mean? So they know I gotta go to work. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So
that's what be the name of this episode.
Go make the donuts.
No,
Daddy gotta make the donuts.
It's funny to hear that y'all, you know, the time for yourselves is like being on a bus, driving the bus, working. And it's like I work from home on the computer.
Right.
I don't have no
break.
Like no, it's like it's no. You know how like I'm going to work and you separate work from home, or you separate.
Right.
You know, shoot. When Osa was small, like we didn't even put her in daycare right away. She didn't go to daycare until she was 9 months. So I worked with her on my lap and on the laptop until she got too much.
Right.
And I say all that to say it was like there was no balance. There was no time for yourself. It was like this place is where I live. I take care of my kids and I work.
Right.
Which is nuts. But I'm grateful like that I ain't had to like relocate and move to the job and all that. But you know, COVID gave us that option to work that way. But yeah, from a mental standpoint, this house is all them places. It's the workplace. It's the playground.
Right. So just to let you know, like my kid's first time going to daycare was this year.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So my son, he's 5, and my daughter 3. So they first time like not being around their grandmother or their mother was this year going to daycare, and they just love it. So we just like so overprotective that we just kept them home. Like we had a great support system. My wife, if she wasn't working, she'd have them, or her mother. You know what I'm saying? She'd have them. So.
No, speaking of that, about your oldest son.
Okay.
Talk about like getting 50-50 custody, and why did you feel like that was important?
Just basically like just me not growing up with my father in my life. I felt like I was blindsided by it because just to talk about it, like I actually before getting put on custody and child support. It actually was smooth sailing. So I always say SEPTA a curse because as soon as I got to SEPTA, it just seemed like everything just went left as far as that period in my life. So
that's because it's like going to the league.
Yeah. I don't know what it is. Like I don't know what it is. Bro. It's wild. You know what I mean? I don't know. It's like you know, you could get them for such and such, but before that, it was smooth sailing. You know. So basically, the crazy part is before I even got put on it, I asked to have my son. You know what I'm saying? Like he could come live with me Monday through Friday. You figure out if you want to go back to school, this, that, and the third. So, you know, it was cool. And then like that was probably like June. So probably like August. It was you know, she came back like, you know, well, I work Thursday. I work like 3 days a week and I'm all 4. So I'll be able to take him to school up by me. So, you know, I already had enrolled him down South Philly into a school. So she enrolled him up there, and then, you know, I just got blindsided. First it was the custody, so I'm like, custody? I'm like, what are we going to custody for? Then it was the child support, and that just threw me all the way off, you know what I'm saying? So we went down there, and you know how it go. Your ego get in there. They say they asked him, how much are you willing? Did y'all come up with a number yet? So, you know, you being arrogant as a dad, what you mean a number? Like I gotta pay her? Like I mean, you just naive, you ignorant to the fact of it because you never think you'll be in a situation like you couldn't tell me in a million years that I'd be on child support or custody because you're like, I'm in my son's life, I take care of him. You know what I mean? So, present. You know that happened. She said a number. You know, of course, you being a father that's in a child's life, you're like, I'm not paying that. You know and then the number just went skyrocket because you were accepted. So usually they'd go by how much you make an hour, not accepted. They go by how much you year to date is. So, accepted hours is crazy.
Yeah, mine's is the same way.
So me saying no to that number, the number shot up to like 670. I was sick. You know what I'm saying? Sick to my stomach. So
for our listeners that are not from Philly,
they not on your side. It's whoever go first. That's how it go.
These SEPTA boys, man, like they get the bag, and everybody know they get the bag.
He add into the
yeah, they do. Even down there, they love when we come through there. You know what I'm saying? So
the one time I was in there, the boy had asked me about the insurance because you get a credit for them being
right.
So the boy looked. He like, hey, insurance, $9 a week.
Right.
Like you trying to get a credit for that?
Right, yeah, like no, they ain't trying.
Crazy.
Then they ask you like all your bills and you think it's gonna help you. No, they just want to see if you're telling the truth. You know what I'm saying? Like, all right, so if you make this much, how you paying all these extravagant bills? You know what I'm saying? All right, you lying. So that's all that's for. But
crazy. For some reason you go to child support before custody. So nobody has custody. So if you're not married when you have a child, I think it's the state has custody of the child. So you have to go down there and get custody. But naive, not knowing, ignorant. I always just like the word ignorant, not knowing. Nobody has custody. So of course you go to child support first. So whatever the mom say go, I got them this amount of days, and they go off of that. And then went to custody later. I asked for 50-50. Was granted it. So that was I'm trying to think how it went. It was basically I would get them Sunday through Wednesday, and then she would get them Wednesday through Saturday, Sunday, yeah. So it would just flip-flop. And then we went back to child support. So you thinking, all right, I got 50-50 custody. I should be able to get off child support now. Nah. You make too much. So now they got to even it out. So you can
still in the wrong. Yeah. So
Did it get lower though?
To like, I want to say we got lower to like 5 something. It was at like 674. So it ain't even. You know what I mean? So that's like a battle. You know what I'm saying? So it's crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy, man. They don't reward you for being having custody if you make more. You know what I'm saying? But it's for the child, allegedly. Yeah, man.
Just keep it because this topic is a sore point.
It's a wild, like
It's
and
a
like
sore
what you
point.
said, Dre. You said telling your truth shouldn't come off as like you bashing. Like I'm
right.
not bashing and nothing like that. It is what it is.
No, who do you feel like child support should be for if it's not for like what's your take on child support?
Like I don't know. Like as a dad, our take is always wrong. You know what I mean? Because even if you tell like your mother gonna tell you like just pay it. You know what I'm saying? You like what you mean just pay it? I got my kid. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know. I think like child support should just be for like
Bulls ain't doing nothing.
for dads that's not in their life. Like just nothing at all. They don't want to be around. They ain't got no type of custody. You know what I mean? Or if you just want to put your cell phone. I know some dads they work a lot. They know they can't get a custody, so they put their cell phone so that daycare and all that could just come straight out their check. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing wrong with that. But I feel like if you got a dad that's in the child's life, child support is just like, that's like a low blow to me. You know what I'm saying?
True.
I'm not sure, but that's just my point of view. I know females see it differently, but.
Yeah, I don't like to have an opinion on, gratefully I'm married and not
Right.
one.
Yeah.
So I don't have no takes. I have to ask Dre and my buddy.
So what's your takes, right?
Yo, he only funny because we argue about it.
We talk about this all the time.
We argue about it all the time. He think he the bid. I mean, to me, I always said I kind of like it was easier at a certain point. Once I got my mind wrapped around it and I was comfortable with what it was, I mean, it made it easier.
Right.
We don't gotta have.
All right, pause you. Did you feel that same way? Was you on child support prior to getting on something?
Yes.
Now, did you feel the same way? Was you as comfortable with it? Because I feel like
Nah. At that time, no, because I really couldn't afford to do it.
Right.
So the mentality was different.
Right.
It was like I don't have it to give you, so now I had to figure out an alternative. Like if I'm gonna pick up a second job or do something to make extra money because I really didn't have it, and they was in my pocket.
I think the problem is that it's so unlikely that a woman is on child support. It's so much more likely
That is a father, yeah.
Father
but
on
it
child
is some others out there that's on child support.
Which I know one. You know what I mean?
Okay. Shout out to her. I feel your pain, sis.
I know one. You know, out of all the homies and uncles and stuff that I know that's on child support, like come on, man. You was out of 10 men. That's probably 7 of them probably on.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You do that with women. What is it, like 1 out of 10? You know what I mean? Like it's probably a half.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, I don't think I could do that though.
Yeah.
I wouldn't.
I'm not even
that.
saying that that's where I would do. I'm just saying that that's why this is such a pain topic because it's definitely gender specific. Damn near
Facts.
That's a fact.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Gender dominated.
Right. Plus with me, like it didn't get too drastic. So like that's why I say it's easier because like it was a point in time like when I was taking my oldest son my money before I think I told that on her before I got on child support.
Right.
I was giving her $100 a week. When we ended up going to child support, it was like $115 a week.
Right.
But the difference in it is now like I'm not responsible to pull up to your crib on every Friday to drop the bread off or Monday to get the money. It's just now I didn't have a say. So like if I was short and I didn't have it, it wasn't no negotiating like, I could double up on the next week. But again, like it eliminates the money conversation because you got it. Like it's not like she hitting me every month to be like, oh, his tuition got to get paid or he need this or this got to get paid because you got the money already. So we don't have that, that type of interaction unless it's something extra that needs to be done. Like, oh, he might be, because even in child support, like you've been there, like activities don't get put into the child support all the time. Right. Like it'll just be like, it'll have like a provision there that say like parents got to split it 50-50 or whatever the split is afterwards. So like, unless it's something like that where it's extra, then we really don't have that conversation. Like I said, I've been on it for 7 years.
How old was your son?
When she 13. I think he was 6.
6?
Yeah.
Yeah, see, my son was 5. So it was like you wait till now. That's what it was kind of like.
Yeah. So
is it back child support in that too?
Yeah. So basically, it goes back to when they first filed.
Right. Yeah. Not like from.
So whatever date they filed it in, that's where it goes back to.
All right.
Yeah, that's a fact.
I just feel like it's no human aspect. Once you put the government in it, it's no human aspect. Like he said, I'm short or I ain't got it. And I know like a mom will probably hear this and be like, well, your kids still need it and you ain't got it.
Right.
But it's like, we might have to eat noodles for 2 days until that Friday when I do got it. Then we can go back to eating normal. Because that's real life. Like, you know what I mean? Like real life having my car broke down or now you questioning if I could get to work to even get you the money. Like there is no flexibility if it's going to be garnished from my check.
Yeah, that's a fact.
You know what I mean? Versus I can talk to you like a man and be like, this is where I'm at. I'll try to get back. Give me the 2 weeks to get back. You know what I mean? Or something like that.
It's different.
I don't know. I just don't think it'd be for us.
Like, and I put it on myself because I think I was so much of a yes man that when I finally started saying no, it was just like, oh no, who he think he is? Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
That's
he got me chopped. You know what I'm saying? You know how that go.
But it also go into like me and Dre had an episode. It's like our whole value not in just providing.
Facts.
Right.
You know what I mean? So when you talk about like I'm getting them and he can come stay with me and he can enroll in school where I live at.
Right.
That shows your value is way more than this child support number.
Right.
You know what I mean? And I think that's the nasty part about it.
Right.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Because now we talking about my value as a dad as a dollar amount, not as my impact.
Exactly.
Right.
And that also hinders you. You know what I'm saying? Because that can create like a bitterness.
Right.
Because it's like then you go down there in front of the people and then they just looking at you like you a bad father. Like you get emotional. I ain't gonna lie, I got emotional down there.
Yeah, no, that's true.
Like I was hurt, like sick to my stomach,
especially like in custody.
Right.
Like, cause it's like you pleading your case. Like I'm trying to explain to a stranger why, like I should have this with my son and I've been in his life the whole time. Like why do I gotta get you to understand? You know what I'm saying? Like I'm at your mercy. I gotta get you to understand why I'm a good dad when I've been here the whole time.
Right. And not to mention I was going through other stuff. So that on top, it was just like a low blow. Right. Cause it's like, what I'm going through at this time.
Right.
And I love my son to death. It's like, why do we gotta go down here in front of these people? When we was doing it perfect, not perfect, but it was great. It was working. You know what I'm saying?
That's a fact.
Especially if I gave you a way out. Not a way out, but like I gave you some room. Like let them come live with me. You can get yourself together. I got a good support team with my wife and my mom, but mostly my wife. But yeah, so
speaking of that, blending the family, like bring your son because your son, he has a different mom.
Right.
So like, how did you master that? Because a lot of people struggle with that.
It's still a struggle. Still a struggle.
Just a little younger.
because he more so like me. So he's a loner. He's quiet.
Right.
So he'll be in his room playing his game. You know what I'm saying? His brothers and sisters will go up there, mess with him. He'll play with them. But more so, he's like quiet. So he doesn't talk much.
Right.
So like trying to get him to talk is like pulling teeth. Like, what you thinking about? Nothing. Like, huh? So you sit here not thinking about nothing? No, I ain't thinking about nothing. You know what I mean? So I don't know if it's the new generation, but it's just like quiet. So like, what you want to do? I don't know.
Right.
Like, you want to go somewhere this weekend? I don't care. Like, it's never no, yo, dad, can we go here? Can we go there? It's never none of that. I got to force him. Not force it on him, but I got to put the ideas out there for him to say, I want to go here, I want to go there, or I want this, I want that. You know what I'm saying? So even like asking for like sneakers. Like, I remember when I was growing up, I was fanatic about sneakers and clothes. So I used to always ask my mom, yo, can I get these? Can I get that? You know what I'm saying? Not even that. I got to, what you want? Oh, I want these right here. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's a good thing.
Right.
You know what I mean? But, you know.
No, talking about your household, man. How important is religion in your household?
Religion is definitely important. I'm Muslim, so basically it keeps the family together. You know what I'm saying? Pray 5 times a day. Keeps it together. Brings everybody together. Otherwise, the house is just running wild. You know what I'm saying?
That's a fact. Like, I commend y'all relationship. Like, what do you think y'all secret is to like having like a healthy marriage?
Laughing. Cause like marriage, it ain't easy at all. You know, cause like me, I'm more of like I'm quiet, I'm reserved, so I really don't talk much.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Then, you also sometimes I feel like I want to not be by myself, like leave marriage, but I need like quiet time where it's just me and I can be able to zone out. You know what I'm saying? So, just balancing, I would say making a schedule, like, what is it? Like making a schedule,
Like
writing stuff down, planning is definitely like key. Otherwise, it can go into stray because y'all not doing nothing, or when it's time to do something, somebody got something to do. You know what I'm saying? So basically just planning our activities. Still working on that now. So I'm getting better though. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
so every week I try to have like a family outing where we all go out to dinner together.
Right.
Also plan family trips, stuff like that. So I think that helps a lot as far as like keeping everybody close knit.
True that.
No,
Cause working for SEPTA, yeah, you could be dead by the time you come home. Like your body, you just drained, you tired. So just fighting through that. So I think I got better, a lot better this year.
That's a fact.
A lot better this year.
thus far as a dad, what's been your proudest moment as a father?
Proudest moment, just seeing my kids grow. Like seeing a little bit of me in all of them. You know what I'm saying? Like my oldest son, he got my shyness, so he's quiet. If he in trouble, he shut down, so he don't talk. So he be like, yo, what you do? Blah, blah, blah. He just quiet. He fidgety. That's exactly how I get. Like if I'm arguing with my wife and I don't want to talk no more, I shut down. Like, you know what I'm saying? So he got that. Rocky, he's just a jokester. So he got me and his mom and him. He play all day long.
Right.
Play all day long. Trying to think. My daughter, she just got my looks, but she pretty much my wife attitude all day long. So just seeing like you and your wife inside your kids, then seeing them like they moments, them learning something, them talking, them walking, like seeing them moments, cataloging it, and just observing them, just growth is just like amazing. You know what I'm saying? It's like
True that. We had I had sent you the questionnaire. When you sent it back, you said something that stuck out to me. Said it's difficult sacrificing time with them to secure their future.
right.
Can you expound on that?
So basically, like you wanna be the person that take that sacrifice to make them well off. You know what I mean, so you want to be the person that like build a business for them, something that they can live off, like like a Bill Gates. I want to build a company, build generational wealth, stuff like that. So you try your hardest to be a positive role model, to just have something for them for when they get grown. I mean, something that you didn't have. Like I didn't have that. You know what I mean? So that's pretty much.
No, talk to me a little bit about your son and how you introduced boxing to him. Like, how did you go about that?
Boxing. So pretty much my cousin, he's a trainer. I forget his Instagram. Sorry about that, Ferris. So basically just trying to get him active. It's pretty hard with the co-parenting, so it's pretty much everything is on my time. So basically I probably have to have my mom take him out there. Just trying to just keep him active, because like I said, he'll stay in his room all day. He won't ask to do nothing. So basically just trying to keep him active as a kid, keep him busy, stuff like that.
What you think his favorite part of like learning boxing is though?
Pretty much just confidence, trying to give him that confidence. You know, like if you can't fight, then you're going to be timid. You know what I mean? Or you're not sure of yourself. I wouldn't say you can't fight, but you're just not sure of yourself. So training him on boxing makes him more sure of himself. Gives him confidence. You know, he ain't got to look down if he walk, and he can walk with his head high. You know what I'm saying? So
True that. Not to say it out our pod. Not to get all said.
oh man,
Because you already know where I'm going. So like, unfortunately, you know, you lost your oldest daughter.
right.
Can you kind of walk us through that?
My oldest daughter, Reagan, she was born August. See, I told you I'm bad with dates. September 2nd, 2013. After 3 months, she passed away from SID. So basically, I get a call from my wife. Your daughter, she woke up not breathing. So somehow she just stopped breathing. So, you know, you rush to the hospital. So I had to go from South Philly all the way to, Einstein.
Right.
So just like, you know, she told me they was able to get her back breathing. So, you know, you got a little bit of hope, but that's a long car ride. So you just panicking. You just hoping for the best. So, you know, I get to the hospital. Get to the hospital, you know, you get there. Where's my daughter? I'm here for my daughter. They walk you to where she was, the room, and it's just like, I just broke down, bro. It was so many wires, and then she had a breathing tube. So basically, she was just like brain dead almost. So we was just hoping for some type of brain activity to come back, but it was probably like a week in the hospital. Then we just finally just decided to pull the cord.
So can you just explain SIDS to like maybe some parents who may not know exactly what that is?
So SIDS is basically when they can't, they don't know the cause of why the child stopped breathing. They just know she just stopped breathing.
Right. What is it? Like a sudden infant death?
Sudden infant death, yeah.
So like, just talk about that impact, because that's like obviously like devastating, and like obviously not playing is traumatic. How did that affect your family, the other kids, your wife, yourself?
So like me and my wife, we took it hard. You know, some parents like is no going back after that. Like losing a child, especially your first child, they kind of just break apart after that.
Right.
But we decided to fight, and it was a fight. It definitely was a struggle, and like my oldest son, he took it hard. So
Because it was just him and her at the time.
it was just him and her at the time, right? So he kind of took it hard. My wife, she's more talkative about it, where, you know, me, I'm more reserved. So grieving, I more so grieve inside, where it looks like you ain't grieving at all. So that was pretty much her fight with me. It's like, yo, you're not grieving. It's like, I am grieving, but I grieve different.
Right.
So yeah, it was tough. Like I wouldn't wish that on nobody. Even to this day, like, I don't know. I don't think I fully grieved it.
I think you just like kept
Because
it
even talking about it, I get choked up. You know what I mean? So I wouldn't even know where to start.
Right. Did y'all do any like therapy for it? Or?
No therapy. No
Just
therapy for it.
to the
Just
neck?
thugged it out. Yeah, thugged it out. And I think that caused like a lot of turmoil. You know what I'm saying? I think we should have went to therapy.
Right.
But, you know, us as black people, we don't believe in therapy
Right.
at
That's
all.
why I asked that, because like
we definitely needed therapy. I mean,
Right.
that's not something you should take on by yourself, because you got to talk about it. You got to get it out. So
yeah, that's a fact. Yeah, therapy is definitely like an important thing. Like I realized that even more like after like with my dad passing, and like the difference in like I was doing therapy before then for like other things, but like especially like grieving a loss,
Right.
it's different. Like it's definitely like absolutely necessary because like it's something that's final. It's
Right.
like you don't like this is just it's something I can't change. It
Right.
is what it is.
Like even to this day, like I still like her birthday was yesterday, so it's just like it still hits you like it's fresh. Like it's never gets old. It's always fresh. Then even if you're looking at your kids, you watching them grow and you thinking like, well, she would be this height. What would she be
Right.
doing? She'd
That's
probably be
right.
like, get your kids. You know what I
Right.
mean? She'd probably be all to herself. But you
And
know,
all
so
your
that's
kids
that's
look the
always
same.
in your back of your mind. Like when you watching your kids grow up, you be like, all right, well, she'd be this age.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? She'd be 9. You know what I mean? What would they be doing? How would they be interacting? You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah, that's a big thing.
it's tough. It
Yeah.
never leaves.
That word I was trying to think of when I was talking before was sudden. Like it's just
Sudden.
it's like a sudden change.
Right.
Right. It's not planned. It's not. This is something that was in the forecast. It was sudden. Just talk about like any advice you would give to parents that might be experiencing a similar thing.
Just pray, man. Get counseling. Seek counseling. I mean, I really don't know the answer because I'm still dealing with it.
Dealing with it.
Like it's just I don't know. You had your good days, you had your bad days. So like her anniversary day, her death day is like tough. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? It's like tough times. So, you know, just I got my wife, so you know, we just try to do
Right.
things on her date, you know. And she also said she wanted to plan something with me and the kids so that we, you know, celebrate her. Well, you know, just keep her in memory. So her
Sure.
brothers and sisters will know her, you know what I'm saying?
Right. That's a definite.
Because even with that, like, my mom, just like when that happened, my mom was like, yeah, you know, I had a miscarriage.
Right.
So I'd have probably had like a younger sister. I think I'm not sure it was a sister or brother, but you know what I mean? Younger sibling. And even her mom said that she had a miscarriage. So she would have had an older sister. So, yeah. So you don't know it's that.
I even feel like that's different though.
Yeah, it's
Well,
definitely different. It's definitely different, but in some way it's similar.
kinda similar.
But like having a life in front of you and losing it, like like
And you said at 2 months,
at 3 months.
3 months.
Right.
So like even like that time is just so short spent, like to have the memories and
Right. And then it's regret because I was at SEPTA. So, you know, like SEPTA, that takes like I said, it's like a curse. Like it takes a lot of your day.
Right.
So at the time we wasn't living together. So I would have to get off work, go over there, or some days I'm tired, I would stay home. So even the regret, like I should have been there more. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So that's kind of tough, man.
know.
I told you I wasn't going to cry on my head, but I'm
I
trying.
appreciate
Trying,
you,
man.
bro. No. I know it
Yeah,
is.
man.
I just appreciate you for just expressing that, even
Right. Because even like I lost my pop. So like even our relationship wasn't that strong. So when I lost him, like I was so numb. Like when you lose a child, like you just go numb.
Right.
So like even losing my dad, like I didn't really cry to like the funeral. Like they start reading the obituary, and then they say who passed before. So they mentioned my daughter name, and I just broke. Like that was just the first tear that just came out my eyes. So that was a tough time, man. It's tough.
Here for you, dog.
Yeah.
Like
So
that.
even like watching the news and seeing people lose their kids, like you feel that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like
Every
I
time.
feel what they not like my child was murdered, but I feel like losing
it
a
is to
child,
lose a
how to
kid.
lose a child,
The
something you got a
loss.
connection to. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because it's different at every level. Like I think I explained that to my mom, like going through it with my dad. Like I can't feel what it's like to lose a life partner.
Right.
I can only explain it from the perspective of like losing my dad.
Right.
Like my mom lost her dad, so you can understand because you lost your dad, so you can explain. But I never lost a life partner, so like it's different in every, facet of it. Like losing your dad versus losing your daughter is a different. You know what I'm saying? Like
Right.
it's all like different depending on the relationship. The same way with like your son losing his sister. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like it would be different coming from him than it was, like coming from y'all. So
that's because all the relationships
all
are
the
different.
All relationships are
Yeah, all the
different, right.
relationships are different. But yeah, bro, I appreciate
And I think it's more so the fact that you can't do nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like you just,
right.
what is it? What's the word I'm looking for?
Helpless. Or,
Helpless. You know what I mean? Like I can't do nothing at all. Like that's like the worst feeling in the world.
True that. Yeah, bro. Let me bring us back.
We good. We good. We good.
Bring us
man.
back.
We good.
So you're part of a nonprofit,
Yes.
CMI 215. Can you speak to what does CMI stand for? How was it
CMI
created?
stands for Create, Motivate, Inspire.
Right.
So basically, my cousin Kev KC, him and his business partner slash best friend Heem, better known as King Saladin, they came up with the idea. So basically, my cousin, he just wanted to just feed the community. I don't want to say homeless because we feed more than just we feed more than homeless people. We feed the community. Whoever outside, if you want something, you can get a plate. So basically, it came from King Saladin, his management, which is PCNY. So in New York, they pull up to like a block in Manhattan.
Right.
So tables of food, clothes, sneakers, and every Wednesday, that's just what they do. So even cars, like you see every exotic car out there. It's just crazy. It's like a crazy experience. It's the dopest stuff I've ever seen. You know what I'm saying? It's a dope experience. Like it's like a celebration / feeding the community. You know what I mean? So my cousin wanted to bring it here. So it started out, well, first and foremost, I want to say long live Qua, SP Qua. He was a member of CMI 215. We lost him to senseless gun violence. So basically, he was murdered opening up his restaurant in South Philly. So I want to say long live Qua. So basically, it started out my cousin just, sending the group text out like, I want to feed the community. My bad. Still nose running from tears. So yeah, it started out as my cousin just wanted to feed the community. So he had sent out a group text like, yo, we meeting down Kensington and Allegheny. That's how it started off. So we would grab about 20 boxes of pizzas, gloves, napkins, cases of water, go out there, set up, and just feed people until we run out. From there, he linked up with one of his friends from high school, Angie. She runs Dimple for Days nonprofit, which is her daughter's nonprofit. So she helps her daughter run that. She also has Sitting Pretty, chairs and tables, and dope shows. She's part of all of that. Right. So basically, she came in and was able to basically just hold our hand and walk us in, taking my cousin idea and turning it into a nonprofit. So basically, getting all the legal paperwork and documentation that we needed in order to be a legit nonprofit. So from there, she helped us a lot. So shout out to Angie because like we owe her unlimited. So yeah, so basically from there we just started doing different events. So we did we do turkey drives, turkey giveaways every year, back to school drives, stuff like that. And then little events in between. So
you named a lot of people in this little.
I'm sorry.
In the
I'm sorry.
So I just want to. Can you highlight the members of CMI?
All right. So the members of CMI. So you got my cousin Kev, KC. You got King Saladin, plays a major part. You got Nas, my cousin Nas, who's the vice president. We got board members. You got Helena. You got Lynn. You got Dom.
Little gang.
And Latif.
True that. Yeah. What's the mission? Like, what's the mission statement?
Oh man.
Paraphrase.
Basically just to give back to the community. Right. We also go to Boys and Girls Clubs. We talk, explain our stories. My cousin Nas got a great story how he turned his life around. You know what I'm saying? So even just like letting the kids know that we are you. Right. You know what I'm saying? Right. We just chose different roles. You know what I'm saying? So pretty much just to uplift the youth and also to help the community.
True that.
Talk about like some of these events that you have run.
So like was that?
All right. So a dope event we did was I think it's can't think of it. So basically what we did was we had a dinner in the middle of City Hall. So basically it was like a fine dining experience for the community. Right. So the less fortunate could come, sit down. We had tables, chairs. We clothed the tables, and basically we fed them like a fine dining experience. So they was able to sit down. We came up, we took their orders, and then we brought their food to them. we also had clothes and sneakers, and also for them to take with them. So that was probably like the highlight of our
That's dope. That's hard.
nonprofit.
That's hard.
So, but you know, through the COVID, that kind of hindered us. So that
Right,
kind of shut us
yeah.
down for 2 years. So right now, we just slowly getting back in the swing of things.
Sure. So what do you think of some of like the short term, long term goals that you see for it?
Long term goals is just building it into a powerhouse. You know what I'm saying? Getting a community center for the kids. I'm trying to think. Well, that's long term goals. Get a community center. Short term goals, just trying to give back to the community, uplift the youth. Try to like I said, open up a community center. Dimple for Days, they got a dope community center. I want to say it's on 37th in Haverford.
Right.
It's just dope. So, try to get one of those up and running. Somewhere the youth can come to hang out, get away from the violence. Yeah, that's pretty much it.
That's just it.
Nah, bro, we want to thank you for coming through.
I appreciate you.
I
You
appreciate.
survived.
I survived. It's rough, man.
That's
rough.
As a man, I appreciate you getting that vulnerable and sharing your story and talking about your daughter and stuff like
Right.
that. I know that probably don't come up in everyday conversation. That's tucked away somewhere. So
Right.
thank you for sharing that with our More Than a Dad audience.
Yes, sir. I appreciate you, bro.
You already know. Any other questions?
Nah, dog.
Y'all good? Y'all sure?
Yeah, we
Oh, all
good.
right. I thought y'all had like who your favorite rapper is and all that.
Who your favorite rapper?
Oh man, they gonna kill me for this one. Jay-Z, I'm gonna say Jay-Z.
Bro,
Yeah,
we struggled with that in the Fast Five. We ain't double back on a slow
y'all
five.
can double back. So you said soundtrack?
Yeah.
Soundtrack.
You got a soundtrack before we get out of here?
Soundtrack.
Give me one album.
One album? My wife called me a Drake, so I'm gonna say Nothing Was the Same.
No, but the same. I like that.
Nothing Was the Same.
All
All right, until next time, y'all. We out.
Join the More Than a Dad family by following us on Instagram, subscribing to our YouTube channel. Don't forget to join our Facebook group for daily questions, motivation, dad jokes, and new dad tips. If you enjoy our podcast, please leave us a review on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. Be sure to like, comment, and share our content with other parents. Last but not least, make sure you check out our new merch. The link is in the bio of our Instagram as well as the description of this YouTube video. We are truly grateful, and thanks for supporting More Than a Dad.
More than a dad. More than a dad.